Hey, what up, everybody? It's Arlamar. We got some news and some updates. FFBE Global today, and I'm excited. Not because of the news that happened today, but because I know that every time we get an update and every time we get more information and maintenance happens every week, we get 1 week closer to getting CG Fina, which means we're probably going to get her next week. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I love my Ayaka, but I'm super excited to have a unit that can use a spirit stat as a magic stat, and yeah, I can't wait. That being said, let's dive right into the maintenance and the updates that we got for today in reference to Thursday and Friday. So we're getting a Final Fantasy IX update with new characters. So we got Beatrix. I know a lot of people have been waiting for her. Apparently she's a mini Orlando. I have a JP account, but I don't ever touch it. So I've not seen anything about Beatrix, except that her damage output is greater than Orlando's before his awakenings. Now, Orlando's awakenings, Awaken Orlando out DPS is her. So what, his Divine Ruination before awakening has 2.6 multiplier, something like that. I think after awakening is 2.6 multiplier with a 50% ignore defense, which puts it as a 5.2, and hers is a 4.25 multiplier without ignore defense. So +2 Divine Ruination, infinitely greater than base Beatrix right there. She can chain, but her frames are such to where she can't chain with the Orlando family, even though she reduces light resistance by 50%, and her frame delay in between dual wielding, even when using two Beatrixes, from what I understand, will break the chain. So plus 27, a 27 chain Orlando, and Veritas or two Orlandos or etc. will out damage two Beatrixes. Beatrix? I'm gonna say Beatrix. Yeah, so that's gonna be our big bang for this week. Beatrix. Let's check out our Trust Mastery. Attack plus 135, fire resistance plus 30%. I think that could be very useful, especially trying to reach that 100% fire threshold when going up against certain enemies and bosses and whatnot. Sometimes the DPS gets left out in the cold when it comes to the resistances, and you know, not everybody has an awakened Warrior of Light or Bosch and whatnot. So I guess this could even be useful for your tanks. Maybe Warrior of Light, you don't have the ability to make a 100% fire resistant Warrior of Light, but you need 100% fire resistance in order to mitigate certain types of damage when it's tanking. And you can put, can Warrior of Light equip longsword, large sword? I'm not sure off the top of my head, but if not, then you can equip large sword materia and then throw this on them, and bam, you have 30%. That was for UX. Anyways, and she's got enable 100 Night Slayer, which will boost limit burst gauge fill rate. So I think if you pull her, that's great. I wouldn't spend any tickets, any lapis on her. Maybe tickets. I wouldn't spend any lapis because it's very, very likely that CG Fina is going to drop next week. And Final Fantasy IX this week is very smart by Gumi, because Beatrix has been one that people have been waiting on, and so people are going to be willing to drop their lapis and tickets and then have to re-up in order to get CG Fina. Personally, I say wait already. Okay, then we got Aiko. She is an evoker. Pretty much just like Garnet. Trust Master HP plus 10%, attack 10, magic 48, spirit plus 98. I think that is really nice. I wonder if it's a two-hand, since it's a harp. Yeah, so I personally like dual wielding staves That's just my preference. Or rocking a staff and a light shield for the elemental resistance that comes along with the light shield. But we'll have to see how this works. Yeah. Summoner's Horn. Enable evocation of any Esper equipped by an ally. This might be very useful. You know, you take 6 Espers into a fight. Most people take 6 Espers into a fight, including the friend unit. And having the option for one unit to be able to evoke any of the equipped Espers, I think that is fan-freaking-tastic. Especially since the support unit is usually the unit that is free. You know, so if you need a heal and somebody has Lakshmi, you don't have to use your healer. Your healer can do something else, and you can use Lakshmi with your support unit, and your healer can dual re-raise or something like that. You know, I think this would be very useful. This particular unit, she's a 5-star that goes to 6-star. I don't know who's guarding who here. Maybe she's guarding Beatrix if that's what you're looking for, or if Beatrix is guarding her if she's what you're looking for. I think for my team personally, I would be more interested in the support unit, simply because, you know, I'm still kind of stuck on 2B and Ang. I really like 2B and Ang. Okay. But for those times where we use evokers and whatnot, but I don't think too many people use evokers like that. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if you like evokers and what your team composition is usually consists of, and I'll take a look at it and see if I can try it out, and I might like it myself. You got Mog Friendship, boost resistance to poison, blind, sleep, silence, paralysis, confusion, disease, and stone, and cure poison, blind, sleep, silence, paralysis, confusion, disease, and stone after battle. Now I'm not sure if this is, I'm assuming that once it's casted, if it's still active, it will remove all these, you know, keep these things removed after battle. I don't know how that works. I don't know how this works. It reads a little strange in my opinion. I guess we'll just have to see and do a review on it as it comes out. Very interesting though. That move right there is more what I'm interested in, because it frees up units to be able to have ability slots and accessory slots open that aren't normally, those units that aren't normally immune to these things. Restore HP in all, for all allies and fill evocation gauge. I don't really think we need help filling evocation gauge. I think if we have chainers, then we fill the gauges just fine. You know, 1 maybe 2 rounds and the gauge is usually full in my opinion. So I see this unit as a very limited use unit, but limited use or niche, but useful in what she does. Yeah, so we got Steiner. Moving forward is a 4-star that goes to 6-star, and here we have Excalibur 2. I think a lot of people have been waiting on this. It's 10 attack more than regular Excalibur's. Light elemental, large sword. What you can, with a true double hand build, what you can probably get another 30 or 40 attack from this and whatnot. I think that'll be very useful to boost up some finisher damage. It says Moonlight Slash, damage and reduce light resistance for 1 enemy. Deal Sword Art. Man, Sword Art, I remember that in that game, but I haven't played Final Fantasy 9 since I was like, I don't know, 15, 16, something like that. This deal partial unmitigated damage to 1 enemy. Pluto Captain boosts HP and defense when equipped with a helm or heavy armor. Oh, that would be nice. I wonder how large those boosts are going to be. Probably 30% each, maybe. You know, that would be good, helping him get to a higher cap. But he's a damage dealer, isn't he? So yeah, I would have liked to have seen boost HP and maybe MP, since damage dealers are usually lacking in the MP area. Yeah, he's a 4-star, so he's likely not going to be your all-star DPS, but in his extra abilities, I don't really know all of his abilities, we'll see when he comes. but being able to reduce light resistance, I assume that he's going to be his ability is going to cost, because DPS units usually have heavy costing move sets. So I would like to have seen boost HP and MP as opposed to defense, because we have AoE tanks that pretty much take all the damage, and we have mages that take all the damage. So I don't see the DPS as taking too much damage, especially with units like Yan and Riku and Ayaka on the field. We have Black Waltz 3, Black Mage Warrior. His Trust Mastery is boost magic by 20% and fire, ice, and lightning resistance by 25. Now, I like this Trust Mastery. I would have loved if it was boost all elemental resistances by 20%. Because it also boosts magic, but I guess we can't be too greedy. It's just me getting greedy, I guess. This alongside what is it, Garnet's Melody of Life, I think it is, it boosts all elemental resistance 20%, will go really nice, especially when trying to reach those 50% and 70% thresholds with elemental resistances. I think as more mages come and more support units come, units like Marie are going to be less and less and less effective and pushed further and further out of the meta, because you won't need them as much. AoE magic tanks that have 100% resistances to half or more of all the elements. What do you need Marie for? That's a unit you could have another DPS or a mage, a DPS mage in, as opposed to having a unit like Marie who's going to boost elemental resistances for a magic tank that's going to tank all the magic for the whole team, or a Warrior of Light type unit who's going to physically guard against all attacks and take the magic damage. Units like Marie are going to be less and less effective, but you can use units that have a little more utility in being able to combat the different things that enemies are going to throw at us and what enemies bringing to the table. That being said, it doesn't mean that I don't think Marie's going to be useless. I just think she's going to be less useful as the meta moves forward, with AoE magic tanks and TMRs that give more than one elemental resistance. He can his Evil Strike, lightning damage to one enemy. Electric Mist, reduce lightning resistance for one enemy and add lightning element to own physical attack. Physical attack. Isn't he a mage? What sense does that make? Maybe he'll have some hybrid moves or something. I don't know. As a mage, getting lightning element, physical attack. But if he's using magic or skills that use a magic stat and they're not hybrid, then I don't get why this move even matters. Okay, use a random ability on the caster, proof of existence. That, and I don't think people are going to be using that. You're just going to forget that even exists. Okay, but should you pull on this banner, I think you should use maybe one or two tickets. If you want some of the units, maybe you'll get some. I would shoot for Steiner for sure. At least one or two of Steiner to try to get some Excalibur 2s and farm those up. If you get a 5-star, fantastic. If you don't, at least you got Steiner and you got some Excalibur 2s that you can farm up. And even if you get Black Waltz 3, I think that's a useful TMR. Niche in its application, but useful nonetheless for our magic units. What else do we got for upcoming events this week? We got Alexandria Castle, we got King Mog event. Woo-hoo. So this is based off of the first act in Final Fantasy IX, when Zidane actually meets Garnet, and he doesn't know she's the princess, and she becomes a stowaway with him, he and his crew. So it's going to run on Friday, starting Friday, and it's going to last for 20 days. Golly, I was expecting 2 weeks, not 3. Okay, we're going to get tickets. Farm up some rare summon tickets. Last time they had 4-star tickets. I assume they're going to keep going along with that. Get some Trust Moogles if you want. I usually get the 10% Trust Moogle, but it's one of the last things that I get. Spirit ability. I don't know if that's a spirit stat ability or if it's an ability called Spirit. I assume it's an ability called Spirit. I tried to look it up online but couldn't find anything on it. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I also couldn't find anything on Girder outside of the Near Automata event where the machine used a move called Girder. It was a physical attack move. Maybe they're giving that to us, maybe not, we'll have to see. But I'm looking forward to it. Exclusive equipment includes Mog's Ribbon, MP plus 70, defense plus 10, spirit plus 15%, enable auto regen. I would have liked for it to have enabled auto refresh, and enable Mog's Ribbon for Ica only, which boosts defense by 10% and gives resistances to all of these ailments. It'll be useful. It's an accessory, adds a lot of MP and some spirit. You know, it's an accessory that adds a lot of MP. I think that alone is going to be very useful. Probably even something useful, more useful for a healer than a summoner. I think something like this would be good for Ayaka or another healer, seeing as they get a percentage of their MP back based on how much MP they have and not based on their spirit stat. 10 Helm is a 32 plus 32 defense and enable 10 Helm for Steiner only, which increases his HP by 10%. I like it, but I think if you're using Steiner in your team, you're likely going to want to stack DPS on him. So yeah, it's great that he will get the HP from this and the defense, but it's more than likely you'll use a Black Cow or some other defense slash attack boost for Steiner, since you're going to be using him as a DPS if you have him in your party. We got Tantarians. So this is our extra enemy. So you know how in the King Mog events you'll have a battle of 5 different rounds of enemies, and sometimes it's like 1 of 6 or 1 of 7. You'll get 6 rounds or 7 rounds, which means you're going to fight some of these units, and they're going to give you a ton of extra King Mog currencies. In this case is tickets, show tickets, because Final Fantasy 9 at this point there was a play going on, so these are tickets to the play, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's weak to fire and light elements, so I'm going to go so far as to say that every enemy that we're going to be fighting against is weak or can be weakened to fire and light elements. Demon Killer is also effective against it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw Diabolos on my Ang, since Ang is very, 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 very good at AoE attacks. And then I'm just going to go to town with Fixed Dice Ang at 900 plus attack. If you have space open in your friends list, I have space open in my friends list too. Always looking for people to add, connect with people and whatnot. So yeah, so we got King Mog event moving forward. What else we got? And we get character bonuses. So 100% for the 5-star units, 75% for the 4-star units, and 50% for the 3-star unit. It's a normal King Mog event. You know, use a ticket or two, get a Steiner, get Black Waltz. If you get the other 2, great. If not, then you know, it'll just take a few extra rounds to get what you want. 75% as opposed to 100. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but it does actually make a difference. And the more units you have with bonus in it, the more King Mog currency that you get. Don't forget also to add the your bonus unit as your friend unit, so that we can add each other and use our friend units to get more bonuses for those of us that need a little extra, need to use less bonus units in order to complete the mission, since they won't be leveled up all the way. And boop, 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 boop. Yeah, and we'll access this in the vortex. Okay, we have a new highly difficult quest. I'm very looking forward to this. We are going to be fighting Aranea. Ooh, this is nice. She only uses physical attacks. Yeah, so be sure to bring along strong tank units. I am not worried about this at all. 2 units I think would be perfect for this. Illusionist Nicole, Wilhelm, that combination, or Illusionist Nicole and Folan combination. I'm going to go out on a limb and say an Awakened Folan and Illusionist Nicole is going to be better than Wilhelm and Illusionist Nicole, unless you can make Wilhelm 100% dodge. If you can make Wilhelm 100% dodge and throw Illusionist Nicole out there, or a Noctis with 100% dodge and throw Illusionist Nicole out there, then the 100% dodge unit is going to be infinitely greater than, you know, a unit that has to push 100% dodge with abilities. But for those of us that can't make 100% dodge units, do not sleep on Folan. Folan, okay? I'm assuming AoE physical attacks are coming, okay? If you have Illusionist Nicole, which I hope everybody does, then Folan is better than your dodge unit that has less than 100% dodge, okay? Simply because he is a guaranteed dodge with his moves, and if you dual cast it, guess what? They stack, and then you use Illusionist Nicole, you can get 6, 7, or 8 dodges with Folan in one move, in one round. And Illusionist Nicole pushes him out in the front. You got your healer for re-raise. God forbid he get hit by something, you know, and he'll just keep dodging. So, yeah, you don't even need 100% dodge unit, especially if you have Folan. Be careful when she uses Wind Reader. Yeah, so she's using wind attacks. If that's a wind-based physical attack, then Folan also better than Wilhelm, because Folan can increase wind resistance for your party. So yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with Folan without 100% dodge and throw some Sworn 6 wind, Pride Wind on him. Put some spear on him, maybe Aranea's spear since I have that now. And yeah, we're gonna go to town on Aranea. So yeah, I think Folan's gonna be infinitely greater than Wilhelm or Bosch, simply because of that, especially for non 100% dodge units. But if you have 100% dodge for Beach Time Fina or White Witch Fina or Noctis, I think they'll be better if you have 100% dodge, just because they add a little extra utility. And Folan's dodge, he'll just reduce lightning. I mean, you reduce wind resistance by 70 or 75% or something like that. Limit bursts appear to weaken her after she has used Wind Reader. So, limit burst fill rate units. Units like Wilhelm, Riku, Yan, that can help fill limit burst fill rates are going to be phenomenal. I think the team I'm going to run off the top of my head: Illusionist Nicole, Folan, Ayaka, Yan, Ong, and a friend unit. And that will be it, you know. And we're going to go to town. Yan is going to break and imperil, and then Ong is going to go to town. We're going to get 5% Trust Mughal for completion, 10,000 raid coins. Woot, I'll take it. 2 rare summon tickets, and Aranea's Hounds gives us a plus 20 attack and plus 24 defense and spirit, which would be infinitely greater on Steiner than the 10 helm that the King Mog event would give us. She's a human, so that means Man Eater is going to be good. So Diabolos, and Maneater Plus if you have it, and you should be maxed out on your or near maxed out on your Maneater. I'm throwing it on Diablos and Maneater Plus on and yeah, Arenea's gonna drop. She's gonna drop so fast. I'm excited to drop her so fast. Can't wait. Chamber of Crystals, worthless. Don't even do it. If you need crystals, do the raid event and then summon from the raid and get crystals that way. Just pretend this doesn't even exist. New units to awaken. We get FF9 units to awaken. Vivi, Garnet, Zidane, and Kuja. I'll do a review on these once they happen. And I get my hands on some of these units. I can't wait to see the different types of moves that they awaken. I don't know if these are going to be the same as the ones in Japan or not. But I think we'll see a lot more of Garnet. I don't know if we'll see a lot more of Zidane, Vivi, or Kuja. I think we're going to see a lot more of Garnet after this, though. So looking forward to that. That's tomorrow. Maintenance starts at 8 o'clock tonight. 8 o'clock, what is it? Pacific Standard Time, which means on the East Coast in the United States is going to start at 11. And where I'm at, it means it's going to start at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock tonight. So, yeah, it'll be inaccessible during this time. But at the normal starting time, I like this because it's going to pick back up at 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is the normal time that it would pick up. Well, no, it's 2 hours after the normal time. But yeah, it's going to pick up tomorrow really early. So by the time you wake up, all this will be done. And if they need to extend maintenance, it will be extended while you're sleeping in the United States. So there you have it. That's what we're looking forward to this week. I can't wait. Should you pull? No. Do not hard pull on this. I think you'll be severely disappointed if you hard pull on this. Use your daily tickets. And if there's a unit that you want at the end, then maybe use some Lapis or something like that. But I would say don't. Use your daily. Use a few tickets maybe. And then hold out for CG Fina, which I think is coming next week. This is Lamar. If you like what you like, if you like the information or if this was useful, subscribe. I'll be posting a lot more now, at least 3-4 times a week. And, if you need help, send me requests. And, if I have space, you don't need to do what you need to do when we add each other on the game and then delete yourself. I have space in my friends list. Okay, and I will see you guys next time.